On a quiet London street, where the fog crept between the red brick houses and the light from the street lamps was softly yellow, there lived a black cat named Oliver. This was no ordinary cat. Oliver was known for bringing an extraordinary dose of bad luck wherever he went. His black fur shone in the dim light of the London nights, and his yellow gaze penetrated the darkness with an inquisitive expression. This is the story of Oliver, London's unlucky black cat, and the comical and surprising twists that fate has in store for him. Oliver was born on a rainy night in a hidden alley on the outskirts of the city. His mother, a cat with equally black fur, was known as Sombra, a loving matriarch, but who carried with her a peculiar history of misadventures. From an early age, it was clear that Oliver had inherited his mother's mantle of bad luck, and his antics often resulted in unexpected mix-ups. From day one, Oliver has wandered the streets of London, exploring alleys and inadvertently crossing paths with broken items, dropped boxes, and even some unfortunate stairs. His black fur stood out against the gray of the sidewalks, making him unmistakable to the neighborhood residents. Some superstitiously avoided him, while others reveled in the misadventures that seemed to follow Oliver like a lingering shadow. One cloudy afternoon, Oliver decided to venture beyond his familiar boundaries and explore a different part of London. He crossed Westminster Bridge with his typical feline grace, leaping from side to side while balancing on the edge of the bridge. A few minutes later, a group of excited pigeons flew out of nowhere, startling Oliver and causing him to lose his balance. He fell into the cold water of the River Thames, causing muffled laughter among passers-by who witnessed the scene. As he emerged from the water, Oliver shook out his sodden fur, looking more like a clumsy sea creature than a black cat. He cringed, and with an indignant expression, began planning his next attempt to explore the city. It was at this moment that he noticed a peculiar figure approaching. She was an elderly woman, wrapped in a long dark cloak. Her silver hair shone beneath her hood, and her eyes conveyed a wisdom beyond her years. She approached Oliver with a warm smile. "Oliver, the unlucky black cat from London, I presume?" said the woman with a soft laugh. Oliver, surprised that anyone knew her name and fame, raised his head and meowed in response, as if confirming her identity. "I think you might need a little help to avoid any more encounters with river water," the woman suggested, with a mischievous gleam in her eyes. Curious and cautious at the same time, Oliver followed the woman to a nearby antique store. There, she picked up a small amulet shaped like a crescent moon, made from an ancient and mysterious material. The woman whispered ancient words over the amulet and then hung it around Oliver's neck. "Now, Oliver, you are protected from the misfortunes that pursue you. Go and explore without fear. You will be the master of your own destiny, even if it seems a little tumultuous," the woman said, with a glint of magic, "in your gestures." Since that day, Oliver has noticed a change in his everyday experiences. The stairs that once seemed to conspire against him were now harmless. Boxes no longer fell around him, and entire mirrors remained intact when he passed. The amulet somehow absorbed the negative energy that surrounded him, transforming it into something softer and more harmless. Armed with his newfound protection, Oliver began exploring London in ways he never would have imagined. He has climbed onto the roofs of Victorian houses, snuck into royal parks, and even visited the imposing doors of Buckingham Palace. His days were now filled with discoveries and surprisingly fewer unfortunate incidents. However, Oliver's reputation still persisted, and his presence was often interpreted as an omen of bad luck. One afternoon, while exploring a century-old library, he accidentally knocked over a stack of rare books, causing an uproar among the librarians and discreet laughter among the patrons. It was at that moment that a young archaeology student named Emma witnessed the scene. Unlike the others, she saw past Oliver's reputation for bad luck. Intrigued by the little black cat, she approached him and, with a smile, began to collect the fallen books. "You're Oliver the black cat, right? They say you're bad luck, but I think it's just funny coincidences," Emma said, petting Oliver's head. The cat, surprised at not being immediately chased away as usual, meowed in response. Emma, curious and fearless, decided to befriend Oliver. She brought toys and snacks whenever she visited the library, and the two began sharing their adventures around London. Emma was a dedicated student and, together with Oliver, began exploring the mysteries of the city, from the busy streets to the hidden alleys. Oliver, now equipped with his protective amulet, not only warded off misfortunes, but also became a source of good luck for Emma. She took him on her archaeological excavations and presented her discoveries to her colleagues, and everyone agreed that Oliver's presence brought success to their endeavors. As Oliver and Emma's friendship blossomed, a new story began to unfold. The young student was determined to unravel an archaeological mystery that had haunted London for centuries, the legend of a lost artifact known as the London Eye. Rumors said that this object held magical secrets that could change the fate of the city. Together, Oliver and Emma embarked on a search for this legendary artifact. They explored forgotten catacombs, researched ancient scrolls, and faced mystical challenges that tested their friendship and resolve. Oliver's reputation as a bringer of good luck began to spread, and many joined his cause. Their search for the London Eye took them to historic and mysterious sites across the city. Oliver, now a legendary figure among Londoners, led the group with grace and charm, while Emma guided the search with her passion for history and archaeology. Together they faced magical challenges and obstacles that tested their courage and friendship. The journey culminated in a stormy night at the top of the Tower of London. Between lightning and thunder, Oliver and Emma uncovered the secrets of the London Eye. The artifact glowed with a magical light, revealing visions of the city's past and future. The magic of that moment transcended the bad luck that had always hung over Oliver, transforming him into a symbol of luck and prosperity for London. News of the discovery spread like wildfire throughout the city, and Oliver, the unlucky black cat, became a hero adored by all. He continued to live his adventures alongside Emma, exploring the most remote corners of the city he had come to call home. And so, the story of Oliver, the unlucky black cat, became a legend of friendship, courage, and redemption. He was no longer seen as a bringer of misfortune, but as a magical guardian of London, whose presence illuminated the city's shadows, bringing good luck and happiness to all who crossed his path.